Hi, in this video we're going to be looking at chord inversions and specifically how to apply them in chord sequences. What you heard there was a little bit using chord inversions. So first of all, what is a chord inversion? A chord inversion is the notes of a chord played in a different order. So for example, if we look at C major, C, E and G, that's what we call C major root position. So it has the C on the bottom. If we move this C up an octave to here, but we leave the other two notes the same, it's still C, E and G, but in a different order, and that's what we'd call C major first inversion. And again, if we move the E up an octave and keep the other two the same, it's still C, E and G, but again in a different order, and that's what we'd call C major second inversion. So we have root position, first inversion and second inversion. That's a great exercise to start learning inversions, is just picking a chord in root position and learning the three different positions until you can play them fluently like that. Another example, say F minor, G major. So you want to be able to just quickly find the three different shapes for each triad. Okay, so we're going to look now at applying that in a chord sequence. Really the purpose of this is to make it sound better. The less you're moving around the piano, the smoother it sounds. For example, C major to G major, that's a pretty big jump. If we play that same sequence of two chords using an inversion, it's a much smoother sound. So that compared to that. So we're going to look at a couple of 4-chord sequences that will help you put this into practice. So our first sequence is C major, G major, A minor, F major. So that's how it sounds all in root position, and now with inversions. Okay, so you can hear it's a much smoother sound. So let's have a look at how to go about doing this. So we start on our C major. A good question to ask yourself is, are any of these notes already in the next chord that I want to go to? And our next chord is a G major. So we can see that a good thing you can do if this is quite new to you is to play your first chord in one hand and then play the other one in the other hand, just so you can see more clearly if there are any shared notes. So we can see that the G is in both of these chords. So we want to leave that G there. So we're going to leave the G on top. Now what other two notes do we need? We need a B and a D. And we can see that there's a B and a D right next to the two notes here that we're already playing. So if we move these down to a B and a D, that gives us G, B and D, which is indeed a G major chord. So we're going from there to there. So we haven't moved very far at all, and it gives a lovely smooth sound. So again, we now want to ask the same question. We want to move from G major to A minor. So if we keep that there and we play an A minor. Now none of these notes are actually shared, so which will happen with chords. So now it's just a question of, okay, well what's the nearest inversion I can go to of an A minor? And so we want an A, a C and an E. And if we see, if we just move everything just up one to there, that gives us A, C and E, which is our A minor inversion. So we've just moved from there up to there. There is another A minor root position nearby, which is the root position. which is there, which again is not moving very far, so either of those would be fine. For this exercise we're going to use this one, so we're just moving everything up one to there. So now our next chord is F major, so I'll play an F major up there and have a look, are any of these notes shared? So C is in both of them, so we'll keep that there. F is not here. A is already here. So the only note missing is our F, and we can see there's an F just right there. So we only need to move that up to an F, like that. So we've gone from there, A minor, up to there, F major. So A minor, F major. Okay, so the whole thing, C major, G major, move everything up one, A minor, and then we just move our E up to F to give us F major. So really all we're trying to do is to move to the next chord whilst moving as few notes as possible and moving as small a distance as possible. Just remember the rule that if there are any shared notes, you just leave them where they are, and then you just add the missing ones. So let's have a look at another sequence now. This time we're going to be in the key of C minor. So, and this is what I played you at the beginning. Okay, so our sequence in root position is C minor, A flat major, E flat major, and B flat major. So that's all in root position and with inversions. Much nicer. So let's start with our C minor, and we're wanting to move to an A flat major. Okay, so we can see that this C and this E flat we already have here. So the only difference between the two chords, this one has a G, this one has an A flat. So all we need to do is move this G up to an A flat. Like that. C minor, A flat major. Okay, and then again we're now looking to move to E flat major. Are any of these notes shared? The E flat is shared, so we'll leave that E flat where it is. What else do we need? We need a G. So there's a G just here. And we need a B flat. And there's a B flat just below this C here. So we're going from there to there. And that's E flat, G, B flat. E flat, G, B flat. So we go C minor, A flat major, E flat major, and then we're looking to go to a B flat major. So the B flat is shared. What else do we need? We need a D. There's a D just here, and we need an F, and there's an F just here. So we can just move that one down to there. So we're going from there to there, and that leaves us in B flat major root position. So the whole sequence, C minor, A flat major, E flat major, B flat major. Okay, so the best way to practice this is with tunes you know the chords to, and just always looking to move from one chord to another moving as less a distance as possible and changing as few notes as possible. To start with, it's fine to just practice between, you know, going back and forward between like the first two chords until you're really comfortable with that. So yeah, if it feels overwhelming, just break it down into like lots of little mini sections and then start putting it all together. Another little fun exercise to give you now is just what I showed you at the beginning, which is just for a bit of variety, is playing the chords in an arpeggio fashion. So instead of just 4 to the bar like this, we're going up and down the chord in an arpeggio like that. Which sounds nice. Okay, so that's it for this video. I hope that was helpful to someone and you enjoyed practicing it. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, a comment and subscribe, and thanks very much for watching.